Charlie,
How's it
how are
going?
you?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, very good, very good, very good. I'm loving this weather.
It's very nice. It's very nice. It's cool. It's cool now. It's chilled out a bit.
It is, although we're saying this in a room that is almost hotter than hell,
Yeah,
isn't it?
the sweat bunker.
That's right.
We got the door open today.
We got that.
Nice.
Matt has allowed. In fact, funny enough, I brought a gift for Matt. Matt, our lovely producer here. I brought him a wedge.
Yeah, a vital bit of kit actually.
Vital bit of kit.
Yeah.
Now we can have the fire door is open.
A jar.
Yeah.
Which is really nice actually.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we've been talking about the name of this podcast.
Don't tell me you've come up with a name.
Well, yeah, I think
So we were antiques and stuff, weren't we?
we were antiques and stuff,
Which
which
is-
is I mean,
Where?
it
What is that?
It does say, well, it does say what it does on the tin a bit.
Yeah.
But we were talking about it, and I think it's just because we're both called Braxton,
Yeah.
and we were looking up, and me and Raf, a nice the guy I work with, who's also my sister's boyfriend, we were talking about it, and he was like, "What about Braxton?" Because we looked up like what's Braxton got name with,
Yeah.
and the most famous Braxton is Braxton Hicks.
And Braxton Hicks, that's sort of medical, isn't it?
Yeah, it's false labour.
False labour.
Which
Okay,
is
false
quite-
labour.
it's
Well, that's probably our podcast,
Kind of
isn't it?
us, yeah,
False labour.
labour. Yeah. Don't worry,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
But we thought we call it Braxton Picks because at the end we're going to pick our three things to
Yeah.
do. So it's a small, not the most
It's
ingenious
a play on words.
play on words. And looking up Jonathan Braxton Hicks. Braxton was his middle name, was his second name.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
born in Rye,
So local as well.
so local, which is good.
So play on words, local. Rooted. We
Rooted-
are rooted and
in
right.
the area. Yeah. So
Oh, what fun. And so we've got a new name
new name,
and we've got a sponsor.
and we have got a sponsor. Yeah.
Who is the sponsor?
Well, not just me, but no, Brewing Brothers is our sponsor.
Excellent. 3 cheers to Brewing Brothers.
Which is good. Brewing Brothers said we thought, it would be good to do a bit of promotion.
And
Which would be nice.
can I just mention a small strap line? 10 years of beer?
10 years of beer, yeah, 10 years of beer this year.
10 years of beer.
Which is going to be, it's quite exciting actually.
So you and your younger brother Ned founded Brewing Brothers.
with a chap called Billy, and then very, very quickly in that process when we were doing the build, we found another chap called Dan, who all four of us still work together, and obviously Raf joined the fold as well, with lots of other people who've been brilliantly instrumental in it.
Yeah.
But we're 10 years down now, which
That's
is
a real landmark.
which is good. Yeah, we're excited. We got our birthday party not this weekend, next weekend,
Next weekend.
which coincidentally is the same day as your birthday.
I'm very honoured.
Yeah.
that you had to.
you-
I know. You
was
didn't
carefully
even
thought.
think about it.
No, it was carefully thought out. Yeah, no. So which will be really fun.
So that's the 1st of August.
1st of August. Yeah, so it'll be a good. I think we sold like 350 tickets now. So we're gonna have a good amount of people coming. We got
We've got to pray to the weather gods.
yeah. I think we're gonna be all right. I think it's all right. At the moment, it's not too bad. Even if it does rain, you can still get everyone in there. I mean,
In the brewery,
in
can't
the
you?
brewery, it should be fine. We got a really nice selection of bands, some good food. Well, Dan and Billy actually doing a sort of hog roasty kind of thing.
Are we allowed any sneak preview on the menu?
Yeah,
Because
it
the
will be-
food is always very
yeah,
good.
Bill and Dan always do a really good job on the food. So I think it's like a sort of porchetta
Oh, I like that porchetta.
style thing, but it's a whole pig. We actually got 2 whole pigs from the guy who takes our spent grain. So
Really?
these pigs have been raised on the grain that we've given him,
So
which is really nice.
just to explain, so the brewing process, we know there's water involved, lots of water.
Lots of water. So obviously you basically heat water and you wash the grain to get the sugars out of it. And then that goes into the kettle. The kettle is where you do boil it up. You add your hops at different stages to give you flavours.
Flavour and
then-
preservative, isn't it? A natural
preservative style. And then that goes into a fermenting vessel. And then you dry hop it for the aroma. But, there's a very in-depth process, which I won't, not bore, because some people are really interested in it. But
Or another play of words,
bore, as in, what do you mean?
as in roasted pig.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I still think one of the best food meals I've ever had was wild boar.
Really?
It's delicious. When we were in Spain.
Oh, did you have
Do you
it
remember?
in Spain?
No, we were together. When we were 16, we went on that trip
Oh, what?
with Johnny.
Oh, yes.
And we had that wild boar in that sort of like lodge in the middle of La Mancha, and it was wild boar.
La Mancha, which is desert country.
It is like it's like Arizona.
It is like
It
Arizona,
really weird.
isn't it?
And then
because they film quite a few cowboy films are filmed in La Mancha, aren't they?
yeah,
Because it's slightly closer to Europe. It's in Europe.
yeah.
And it's I don't know. Why do you film cowboy films in Europe? Anyway, some people do.
Yeah, but it was, like canyons and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I remember having wild boar there, and I remember that meal being one of the nicest meals I've had.
It was lovely. Now, you're making me thirsty.
So I
So the sponsors...
bought some product. Bought some product for us. So yeah, look at these sustainable can holders.
And they work, don't they?
Well, until they get wet.
Until
And
they
then
get
they're
wet.
useless. But it's good to have.
I think for the person who's not watching this being streamed,
Yeah.
we should coordinate the audio
Oh yeah. Well, hold on. Yeah.
on the 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful. Oh,
Wasn't a very
that wasn't a massive fizz, but there, look how much the value of money. It filled right to the brim there.
That is value of money. And we're gonna have. I got a glass.
A small bit.
I'm of an age where the can is a stranger to me.
Yeah,
I pour from the can into a glass and then forget it.
I do quite like a cold can of Stella every now and again.
Do you?
Yeah,
Do you think it tastes better from the aluminium then?
I think sometimes it depends where you are. Park bench, cold can of Stella.
What? Your local high street?
Yeah. You don't want to do
Anyway,
it. You don't want to do it after midday. Though.
Cheers.
Yeah, lovely.
This is our 8th podcast, I think.
8 podcast. Cheers.
Cheers.
That is nice if I say so myself.
That is very nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice
I should explain which beer it is. It's our Brewing Brothers Lager. We just call it Lager now. It used to be called Sussex Lager, but we get all of the hops and the grain from 60 miles within the brewery. But we try to be a bit more. So it's more thanks to Bill and Hannah, who have been fantastic, who are our brewing team or brewers. That we tried not to be like crazy hoppy lager. You know how sometimes you get these lager.
Yeah,
you just want it to be a lager.
You want it to be a lager.
And weirdly...
You want it to be sweet, don't you?
Yeah. Weirdly, when we started, craft beer was huge 10 years ago. And COVID craft beer was basically even better. Better.
Yeah.
But now lager has made such a resurgence.
What? Because do you think people are better at making lager?
I think yes and no. I think that trends definitely, and also some craft beer. Well, we're more sessionable craft stuff, but some craft beer is really fucking strong.
Yeah,
and
what's that? That's like 6%,
7%, and you have 4 or 5 of those, you're pretty wobbly.
That's a bottle of wine, isn't it, or more?
I think it's more. I think it hits you in a different way. You know how some alcohols just take you. I think any beer over 6%. We used to we still brew a beer that used to be called Gallagher's, but then we changed the name to OG.
Yeah,
and it's very tasty beer. It was a great beer.
I loved Gallagher's.
Gallagher's is really nice.
It was dancing juice.
It was dancing juice, and also fighty juice sometimes.
Was it?
But not too bad. We're not really that fighty places. But I remember the amount of people who used to come up to me. It's like, mate. You that's way stronger than you say. I was like, dude, you had 8 pints of 6% beer. You're gonna feel shit the next day.
Yeah.
Like that's not on us.
Yeah, no.
But if you had 2 and felt like absolutely off your trolley, then fair enough.
Yeah,
but But no, this is our best-selling beer. This is our lager, which is really nice.
What proportion of the brewery output, especially in the summer, is lager as opposed to
nearly half, maybe a bit less than half.
Really? It's half,
which goes to fair few venues near us, and then including our own. Bill and Hannah, Bill's done a great job this year of being able to keep up with it. Because but we also put in some new tanks.
So it's all about vessel space, isn't it?
Yeah, if you've got vessels and vessels and vessels, you can just keep brewing and brewing and brewing.
Because I didn't realise how long So your lager, how long will it stay in a vessel for?
6 weeks, to maybe a bit more. If we can turn it around in 6 weeks, we're pretty happy.
That's a long time, isn't
Yeah,
it?
well, I mean, not compared to some of these sort of German guys who keep it in for, 3 months. Or well, that's the whole thing with the Oktoberfest, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's called Oktoberfest, but they brew it in October and they drink it in September.
Yeah.
So
it
when
took
people,
me years
yeah,
to get my
because
head
people
around
do all
that.
these Oktoberfest things, and they're always in September.
And I say, why on earth
why
are
are
you
you
doing
doing
it in
Because
September?
it's brewed in October. That's
Brewed in
that's the
October.
thing.
But that's 11 months.
Yeah, in tank.
Probably 10 months and racked up and then
Yeah.
distributed.
Yeah.
That is amazing,
It's a
isn't it?
long amount of time. And, you get some amazing breweries in Germany. I mean, that's some of the nicest beers that I've drunk is that sort of Black Forest Bavarian
I'd
area.
love. Come on, our aim, probably not this year, next year, podcast from Munich.
From Munich.
Is that the home of the Pilsner?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Or the home?
It'll be a particular, I don't know enough about that thing, but I remember we went
Matt's
to...
very excited, by the way.
Yeah. We went to we could go on a trip. Don't know how much podcasting you get done.
Yeah.
But
well, make a small 30-minute.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
7 days.
Incoherent, yeah. But I remember we had a really fun. Early days of Brewing Brothers. Me, Ned, Billy, and a friend of mine, Nico. We went on a little trip round. We were meant to go to the Nürburgring to drive our cars, but we didn't realise the Nürburgring in January is closed because it's in the Eiffel Mountains.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, no, we'll just drive out there, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And it was completely under snow. But we went to in the German beer halls, they do a really fun thing. Well, it's not fun, it's just how they, so your tab is your card, they give you a little card, a beer mat, and they just tally how many beers you have.
Yeah.
And I remember saying to a German, one of the waiting staff, I was like, mate, you're very trusting. People could switch these over or rub them out. And he just looked at me with complete bemusement. He's like, but why would you do that? It was just like, he just didn't get it. I was like, no, because then it's like, what, you don't want to pay for the things that you've had? It's really weird.
I think there's a gorgeous, earnest logic to Germans.
Yeah. But why would you do that?
And actually, that's why they're comedic, fabulous comedic fodder, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because Germans, one, I think they're rather camp.
Yeah,
Innately camp.
love a uniform.
They love a uniform, don't they?
Yeah.
And they're strutting around the whole time, so they're quite camp. And also, they're incredibly earnest.
Yeah. Well, we saw
Foundation of humour.
We saw Helmut the other day.
Yeah.
You know, the guy who has the crown.
The crown.
Yeah.
Lovely
And
Helmut.
who was a big fan.
Who I call Hellman.
Helmut. Well, I think
Oh,
it was Helmet,
Hellman.
then Hellman.
Yeah.
And then he actually said he put his number in my phone, and it was Helmut.
Oh, good.
So
Helmet.
I actually know.
Not helmet.
I'll get it wrong.
Yeah, I know.
I'll get it
Well,
wrong.
you
I'll get it wrong.
Yeah.
But he lives in that sort of area of the thing, and he showed me some pictures, and he's at the foothills of the where they just filmed Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah. So it looks amazing around that area.
Oh, Ian Fleming's great book.
What?
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Ian Fleming? I thought it was James Bond, wasn't it?
Yeah. His son Jasper, who was a troubled child, was desperate. No, what I'm going to get it wrong. Ian Fleming was desperately ill. You know, the smoking has sort of started up, and he was convalescing after an operation, and the doctor said, "You cannot write. You cannot do anything. You cannot use a typewriter." So he requested a pad and paper and wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang for his son Jasper.
Was that written by Ian Fleming?
Yeah.
I had no idea that was the case.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Isn't it crazy? So there was an inner Roald Dahl within Ian Fleming.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, it's quite... Well, look at... talking about Roald Dahl, wasn't he one of the first people who did the stent for his son?
Yeah.
His son had a valve thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did a valve.
Yeah, which he could have been one of the wealthiest men in the world, but he gave it to the British Royal or Heart Foundation or something.
extraordinary man, right?
Yeah.
And also extraordinary because I think he was in North Africa in the Second World War as a pilot, and then went to Hollywood, a bit like P.G. Wodehouse. Went to Hollywood, started writing in Hollywood, and he was such an oddity because he was about, I think he was 6'5", or
Yeah, he's a big man.
He was really tall man, obviously as bright as a whip, as quick as a whip. What's the analogy? Quick as a whip, sharp as a whip,
Sharp as a tack, isn't it?
sharp as a tack. I'm getting on my. I'm just reading the most complicated book at the moment. It's called The Noble Hustle. Mr. Colson, who's a Pulitzer Prize winner, but you like Hunter Thompson, don't you? The American author.
Yeah, I think he's great.
Yeah,
Mad, but great.
But this is written in this gonzo style, and it's metaphors. And if I had to describe it, it's rather like travelling here from Bexhill to Hastings and taking every little junction off
That you can to get there.
Yeah. It is just
Exhausting.
so exhausting.
Fair enough. Some people don't.
And I'm screaming at the book, just
Get to the fucking point.
Yeah, get to stay in your lane, mate. Stay in your lane.
But yeah. But no, it's all right. Yeah, maybe the beer's just making us a bit sort of woozy, but
And also the grain, that's malted barley, isn't it?
yeah,
You get the sugars
from
out of.
malts. Yeah,
And then all the spent barley. So after it's been
goes to a really nice chap, Lloyd, and Lloyd's dad takes some as well. They're both local farmers, and then they just feed it to their. It's great animal feed.
it must be because it's
They
sort of
love it.
sugary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back in the day, we used to have such trouble getting rid of it, and then because it was just a couple of bags, so it wasn't worth
Anybody
them making
driving.
the effort,
Yeah.
and we'd have to sort of give it to them or take it somewhere or anything. Now it just comes in a big IBC tank thing.
What's
It's
an IBC tank?
don't know what the acronym stands for, but it's basically like
Big
you
plastic,
see, the big plastic
framed.
with it looks like mesh outside it. And
Caged,
they're
caged thing.
caged things, and they're on forklift pallets.
I see.
You see loads of them outside.
Yeah.
Some farmers have loads of them. But we now just whack it in there. They pick it up. We chuck it on the forklift. Boom, off it goes. It's really easy.
And this is rather like fairy cake for pigs, isn't it? They love it.
Yeah, really treat. It's like worms for chickens. They love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really really nice.
I fed your chickens some marigolds the other day.
Oh yeah,
today.
you did.
Yeah.
You did. Which
Threw them over.
apparently, well, you should explain what does marigolds do. to
Well,
chickens.
marigolds, it's an old trick where for eggs you give the yolks a better colour. You give them a richer sort of. You take them almost from an insipid yellow to a rich yellowy red colour. And if you've ever had, I know Bill's, the big restaurant. They often have these reddish
red
yolked
yolk,
eggs.
It is a nicer thing to look because when you get the pale yolks, they do look a bit anemic.
They do look anemic.
Yeah, it's a bit off-putting.
You think,
especially
are
for
they a bit old?
especially for scrambled egg.
Yeah.
It's very nice to have sort of orangey yolks.
Well, you taught me that because you
Slap a couple of extra yolks in.
slap a couple of extra yolks in.
Yeah, when you're making scrambled egg, it just looks nice. It's richer. It's richer.
And you discuss you
Get rid of the white.
You get rid of the white, and you're supposed to make meringues out of them, which I never do.
No, I've never made a meringue in my life.
No, and I always you sort of
Mummy's a
separate
good
the yolk.
meringue person.
Yeah.
She likes meringue.
So how do you make a meringue?
Isn't it
Is
just
a bit of
sugar? I think it's sugar and egg whites.
Sugar and egg whites.
And then, yeah.
But isn't that, if you want to build muscle, don't you have egg whites?
Yeah, they do that egg white omelette thing. I don't know. I mean, I've never.
Why egg whites?
That's the bit that I avoid on the egg.
Because presumably the yolk has the protein.
I would imagine so. I don't know. I don't know that the egg, just an egg in general, in full form is good.
It's a thing of beauty.
It's a thing of beauty. And
What do they used to say? Go to work on an egg.
yeah, egg on and egg. Well, Dave, our brother-in-law, well, my brother-in-law, your son-in-law,
Yeah.
he cannot function without
cannot-
2 eggs on toast.
2 eggs, and he's a 2 egg man. I'm
Yeah.
only the single egg man. But I like the fact that
But the single egg man can sometimes be persuaded into the second breakfast.
Yeah, but yeah, second breakfast, and
Like a hobbit.
and I do like hollandaise sauce, but I'm people, it's the butter, and I've been to see Dr. Yi, the mad Chinese doctor.
Everyone tells you not to eat butter.
And they all say butter and cheese. You can't have butter, cheese,
I can
beer, bread. You know, you might as well give up now. Funny?
If someone said to me, you would live 5 years less and you couldn't, you can live 5 years longer and give up butter now, I'd take those 5 years off.
Yeah, I think unfortunately I have.
So, well, I should laugh. No, you'll be knocking around for 8. You're strong as an ox, but
No, I don't think. I think I am weakening. I think,
but that is age. You know, like age does over time.
I've started. I've finally I found out the secret. You know, Instagram always tries to make you buy things, and I finally found some rather nice chubby fellow doing Tai Chi, and I thought, yeah, I've got a similar figure to him, and it shows him at the beginning of 40 days, this chubby lad coming on in a kilt in front of a ruin, and he starts doing what do they call lymphatic hops and then body waves, and I've got this all written down, and I found it. I've bought the selfie stick in.
You're not filming yourself doing this.
No, but I put my telephone, because telephone's got this magnetic ring.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got my selfie stick's got a tripod stand.
Fine.
So I put it on that, and I can see the readout.
Oh, what
so
he
I do
tells
60 seconds of each
thing.
wave.
Fair enough. Okay, well that's good. Yeah, keeping you're still quite active and moving and stuff like that.
Yeah, after 9 minutes, I'm
pretty knackered,
almost dead.
Yeah,
but I can, exercise for 9 minutes. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, if you can cram it down into the, just get it done in the morning.
Yeah.
Walking, I think, is also very good.
Walking is good, but it takes a lot of time. If I'm to sort of prune anything off the old
yeah, well,
the middle regions.
If you want to shed weight, you stop drinking alcohol. That's the easiest way of doing it.
I do that.
Annoyingly, it is like annoyingly, it is the one way where you can literally just like if you don't.
Are you sure?
Well,
Are you very sure?
I did 5 months with no booze, and I literally turned into a fucking rake.
Yeah, I know.
Because because you cut out so many calories. But the ascent to joy. I don't know where it balanced.
I think you became clinically depressed.
I did, yeah. Not depressed. I was depressed before. That's why I had to give it up. But then, yeah, you go. It's basically all balance, isn't it?
But they always say, "Oh, you'll sleep better," and then
I find I sleep pretty well after a bottle of red. Just knocks me out. Just wake up in my clothes like Jesus. No, but no. I think. Yeah. As we're going back, bread, cheese, butter. I could knock out bread.
Could you?
In it? Yeah. Like I could get rid of bread if I needed to get rid of that lot.
I hope Maker Baker aren't listening to us.
No. Well, yeah.
The hallowed ground.
But they do say like really good bread. So the really shit stuff, if you eat that King's Mill, but the white
supermarket bread,
super soft bread, that's very tasty, but it's kind of like sweet supermarket processed bread.
Yeah,
like that's terrible for you. If you have like proper sourdough, which is
that good for you?
I don't think it's not. It's probably bloats you.
You heard it here first. It's good for you.
It's not as bad. I don't think it's as bad. I think it's a lot better. It's like anything processed food. They say that processed foods is the worst.
Quite, because you're a very good cook, and you go to the lovely Egyptians and Morrison's, don't you?
Yeah.
And Beacon Tail.
I try not to use supermarkets now.
Do you? So have you cut out Morrison's?
Well, I obviously top up stuff and stuff like that. But if you can go to, I've got like time on my hands in the evenings. Like I can go to the.
So you wander
shop.
back.
Yeah.
And do you go to the Egyptians?
Fruit and veg.
Fruit and veg.
They were so good.
They're
also like their stuff, I think, is at the tail end. That's why it's cheap. It's slightly at the tail end of their life. So, like, if you buy raspberries from a supermarket, they'll last you for like 3 or 4 days, 5 days before they start getting. Egyptians, you have to eat them then and there, because otherwise they're just balls of mould.
But I must say, I went past them today, and they're in Queens Road, aren't they, in
Yeah.
Hastings? And they're lovely. I love the fact, as you gave me that tip, it said, always, bring out a note of what you want to pay, and you either bring out a five or a tenner. Do not bring out £20 note.
Because it'll just be rounded up.
Magically, your grocery bill, when he's tapping away at 100 miles an hour, will come to about £20, or just slightly over, and he'll extend the gift of a discount. But funny enough, the same basket of groceries will magically become £10.
Yeah. Well, also the nice one that we've got a really good Middle Eastern supermarket now.
Where's that?
Which is up in Silver Hill in Hastings, near that the BP petrol station. It's slightly out of St Leonard's, but it's brilliant.
Really?
They've got like 50 different types of tahini. All the
lovely.
nuts, like really good olive oil at fraction of the price of supermarkets.
So Silver Hill, up near the Asda, then?
Yeah, exactly. On that big junction where all those sort of kebab shops and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
The home of the kebab.
Yeah. So I've been going there, and they make fresh pittas and fresh. They've got a clay oven in there. It's quite cool. It's quite nice actually, and good butchers.
What is that called?
When they slap it on the side, yeah, they do that.
The Indian restaurants.
Tandoori.
Tandoor
They do
oven.
tandoori, yeah.
When we were in India, everything came out of the tandoor, didn't it? On the long kebab sticks.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And quite a few of the restaurants I noticed in India had 2 tandoor ovens.
Yeah,
Probably one to slap with the wetted.
It's a shame when we were in India. I don't know if you did it, but I didn't do a cooking course.
I did one.
Yeah.
And do you know what the secret was? We were in Goa, so we were in Agonda, which is the sort of the Weatherspoons of Goa.
They did have that.
Sorry, I didn't
They did
say
have
that
bar, which was a bit ropey.
Anyway, we did a very lovely, earnest cookery course, and the secret of that is tamarind paste.
Oh, really?
And I now, in all curries, a teaspoon of tamarind paste, because it has that lovely bitter, sharp fruitiness with a bit of sweetness.
Nice. Sort of like the Indian harissa.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
suppose.
or is it a bit more? It's
a bit
floral?
sweeter
Bit
than that.
sweeter.
It's rather like an intense medlar fruit or something.
Yeah.
A really intense, like a medieval fruit, something that Chaucer might have eaten.
Nice.
Yeah. Or Shakespeare.
Talking about India, I went to the cricket, which you very kindly bought me some tickets for. Which was very kind of you. Thank you very much.
And this was India versus
England off there. It was a white ball match, which actually is a bit more difficult to see the ball on a sunny day, but it's like 1 day international. And it was really fun. Went with 2 mates. It was great fun.
And how many overs do they have in a
50.
50,
and then they've got a semi-time limit on it, but it seems reasonably loose. But we did incredibly, and then in India, then we're into bat, and they have. But I would say 80% of the crowd was Indian, because you're in St John's Wood, so like North London, so it's a huge Indian community, and they were absolutely brilliant. They were a really good crowd. But I have to say they didn't like the loss. So at about 5:30, the stand started emptying. But it was quite telling that literally you've just got like 80% of the crowd started filtering off. I'm quite glad it did happen, because actually getting the tube back from St John's Wood. And also Indian people, well, not probably most of them grew up and lived in London or whatever. But there was, when we were going there, I've never been on a tube that was more like packed in.
They like to share space.
Share space. Everyone was, but it was really fun game. Great crowd.
But I hear it was quite exceptional. Wasn't it one of the highest
Run
scores?
chases, yeah. It was a massive score from us. Duckett got 161. Roots was not out. He did really well. And then who else? And Jacob Bethel, who is like the new, not big thing, and he got some good wickets as well.
Nothing to do with Nick Bethel.
Nothing. I don't know. I'd love to know that actually.
We'll have to ask Nick.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Nick.
So your elder sister's her friend from university, Nick Bethel,
and he's a Yorkshire boy. So and Nick's a Yorkshire boy. So maybe
He's
they're-
from Hull.
yeah, Hull. So if they're anywhere near Hull,
He could be.
maybe. Anyway,
And Nick has that fabulous restaurant in Bristol,
called
doesn't it?
Snobbies, yeah. Which is
Snobbies.
where Keith Floyd's first restaurant was.
Second restaurant.
Was his second restaurant?
Second restaurant.
Second restaurant.
Second
is the
restaurant.
ultimate-
In Clifton.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Bristol.
The
Which
ultimate,
is fabulous.
the man who made it cool to drink at work.
Yeah. Obligatory.
I got told a really funny story the other day. There was a guy. I was listening on a podcast. There was this guy who worked at that pub that he had in Devon.
Oh, yeah.
And he apparently he was like, right, someone is nicking wine from our cellars. And he was like, he didn't tell anyone. He was like, I'm going to put a security camera in. And it was back in the day of VHS.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they were like, he was like, right. And he gathered all of his staff together. He's like, right, we found the cult. Like one of the people said, well, we saw this person going in. He was like, brilliant. Let's get the tape and we'll bring everyone together and I'll show it to all the staff. And it was him.
It would
In the
be.
middle of the night, just fucking.
It was near
Totnes,
Totnes,
yeah.
wasn't it? What was it called? It was on the river. I do wish I'd been there. Do you know, it's one of the things I look out for is a Keith Floyd menu.
Yeah.
Because James Martin on his Saturday programme on ITV, or Channel 4 or ITV, he has in the background a framed Keith Floyd menu
Yeah.
from one of his Bristol restaurants.
Right.
It could well be the
Be that.
Snobbies one.
Yeah. He was a dude.
Yeah. Now,
We should do another item.
have we done one?
We've done the beer. We've done the beer.
the brewery. And look, here we are. You know I love my base metals.
Yeah.
This is a copper bucket, and this probably would have been for coal. It's got a brass swing handle.
Really
So
nice.
copper, I love copper because it's got that reddish colour, hasn't it? Slightly softer than brass, and then brass is the yellowy gold colour. We got this nice swing handle, and this would have been for coal. I think I use it now for kindling, and I bought it at auction. It's got some marks.
You got to wait with you. Well done.
And this is from your younger brother, Ned, of course. He's got to weigh his luggage, and it's 4 kilos. 4 kilos.
That is organisation there.
That is organisation.
Someone who has a weight to weigh luggage.
I know. That's
Yeah.
good, isn't it? So 4 kilos of copper, and copper is scrap value about £6 or £8.
A kilo?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it would be more than that.
Yeah,
really.
so did I.
Yeah,
I always
was
thought
like-
it'd be one.
I was like
but
that.
I think copper is normally sold by the ton. So
Yeah.
that fanning around, nobody's going to take copper. So the scrap value is not much.
Yeah.
So 24,
But that's a lovely bucket. And for that's worth that. Weirdly, is more because copper. You always think, oh, you can scrap it and get the money.
yeah.
But actually, that's copper worth value more than its actual weight.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And because it has function. And we used to have a lovely chap who's come and do the brass work, brass and copper at
Brassy Mick.
Brassy Mick.
What's it? Have you seen?
He's fine. I spoke to him on the phone. He's sort of retired from polishing, which is a shame. And Brassy Mick was a great
Metal detector.
detectorist.
Yeah.
So that was the lovely thing about Brassy Mick. He knew every, even medieval kings and queens. So he knew
You
everybody
had to know the coins.
from the coins.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the great thing about detectorists. They have this chronological order from year dot from Romans, don't they?
yeah, to
all the way to the present day. But he stopped polishing.
Fair enough. And I saw on the side of it, it had some initials.
Yeah, I think.
What is that? Does that mean anything?
I
or not?
think it's
HS?
probably owners.
Oh, right. Okay, fine.
So it's the owners there. And I should say for people listening, shouldn't it? It's about 12 inches high. It's about 12 inches in diameter. It's got this nice swing handle, and it's got these they call these strap work sort of mounts here. And then what I like about it is the fact that all the construction is very obvious. So it's got all this sort of exposed nailing. Nobody's hiding anything.
No.
and it corresponds inside. It's got the folds inside, and it's very heavy, 4 kilos. That's
Yeah, it's
4
got a bit
bags
of
of
weight to
sugar, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. Copper just looks good as well.
It does look good.
You know what? I went into the. I was really kind of impressed. I went into London Victoria Loos, the Loos on as you leave the station on the left hand side, and sort of platform 16 thing. All of their doors, they've redid them. All of their doors are copper now.
Good. Well, about time too.
Which is really good because you always said it's antibacterial, isn't it?
It is. It does. Copper's one of the great things because I saw Dr. Yee and I've got a copper bracelet on, and I said, "Is it going to help me with my joints?" And he said, "No." He laughed hysterically in his rather camp manner that he does, and then I thought, well, if it's not going to help me, it's rather like if you go to the loo and you've got nowhere to wash, you can just go like that, rub your hands,
bracelet.
rub your
Remind
bracelet.
me never to touch your bracelet.
And then you can put it back on your wrist.
Your bog bracelet.
I'd view everybody's copper bracelets with extreme
Do
suspicion.
you wash your hands with that as well? No.
So I've got that. How much do you think, if that was an auction, if it was a local auction room, say in Battle or Lewis, how much would you expect to pay for that?
I would think well over £100.
Yeah, so would
Personally, I would. If I was looking at that, I was like, that would be a really nice thing to have. Yeah, as you say, by a fire. It's metal. It's not going to burn. Yeah, I'd be like, I would be surprised if it was less than £100, but about £150, £200.
I think you're dead right.
Yeah,
I think I would expect, if I saw that at an auction, I couldn't go to the auction, I would leave about 180, 200 on it.
Yeah.
As a commission bid.
well, copper. Maybe it must have gone up. But I remember a lot of the guys I used to work with when I first started building. They used to take out all of the wiring, all of the scrap copper from the jobs.
Especially the tank. Do you remember those tanks?
Yeah, the tanks from the jobs that they used to get, and that was called holiday money.
Really?
So they'd save it for the whole year, and then well, 2 guys I worked with did it, and I don't know if it was a widespread thing, but they would save all of that copper and then cash it in when it was thing, and then they keep that aside for going on holiday.
Wow.
And that would fund. They probably
Nice
save
holiday.
up like £200 to £400, £500.
Yeah.
This was 20
Sometime
years ago, nearly 18 years ago.
Really?
But copper's always been quite valuable, hasn't it?
Well, it's always been valuable.
Yeah.
I always loved it, in sort of, yeah, I think it's good stuff, isn't it? I love copper. I like the colour. I like the softness of it.
Yeah, it always looks good,
Yeah.
especially when polished.
I brought another item along, and bizarrely, do you want to have a look at it?
Yeah, what is it? Let's have a look. So it's like a...
Tell me the material. Can you tell me the materials?
horn.
Horn, well done.
Yeah.
So cow horn.
And then that is... I mean, that would be one hell of a... It's not a sapphire. It's not... Is it some sort of crystal thing?
It is a crystal. It's a sort of quartz. We call it a quartz.
And is this for soap or something? It looks
it could
it's like
be.
oval. It's like a rugby ball.
It could be. It's oval in shape, isn't
Yeah.
it? How big is it? It's quite.
I don't
It's
know, like
bigger
2,
than
3
your
inch.
palm, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it's like 3 inches, 4 inches tall.
3 inches
2
tall,
inches wide.
and oval in shape, and it's got a lid. And the thing, do you know what it comes from? It comes from Great Britain. Do you know what part of Great Britain it comes from?
So horn, I reckon it's going to be Scotland somewhere, isn't it?
Well done.
Yeah.
And the stone is like a citrine. It's a sort of quartz, yellow quartz, and it has a name in Scotland. It's called a Cairngorm.
Okay.
And you often see it, they have those ducks,
Oh, the daggers.
the daggers
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you have
yeah.
in your stockings,
Yeah.
your socks, your long socks. They often have, the ducks will have a citrine, a Cairngorm
On
at
the
top.
handle.
And they often have it in lots of, on your sporran and things like that.
Oh, nice. Okay, fair enough.
And that was made, the whole of.
It's a nice bit of kit.
It's a fun thing, and I bought this in Montrose in Scotland, and in a fabulous antique shop, which tiny little antique shop, and I think I paid about £30 for it, and I paid. Sorry, 30. I paid 30 because unfortunately, where it's just been cut down,
chipped.
beveled down, it's been chipped, hasn't it?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter when it's together, is it?
It doesn't matter at all. And
I wonder what that was used for. I mean, I suppose it's just an odds and sods box, wasn't it?
I think you could be right. It could be
Soap.
It could be something like soap. It could be a little soap box, couldn't it? It's quite narrow, or it could be. We forget there were lots of accessories.
It looks like if you look at
Could be shirt studs.
one of those brushes.
It does.
You know, like that handle brush, like a hair brush that you
Yeah.
used to have, and all that kind of stuff.
I was reading something that that terrible father of Nancy Mitford, the Mitford sisters, Uncle Matthew, Lord Radnor, once chucked out a young man from his house because a comb fell out of his pocket. And he thought, comb, this was a time when men only brushed their hair once in the morning with 2 hairbrushes like this.
Yeah. Well, I'm a bit of a stranger to the comb, so I think I'd be safe in their household. I don't.
Right.
No combs will be falling out of my pocket.
Comb was obviously too effete for him.
Yeah.
But do any of your friends use it? You obviously don't use a comb.
No. I think a few people do. Yeah, and I know a few mates who look like quite. They do their hair in whatever. But no, I don't use a comb. But no, I don't think combs they wouldn't be as prevalent as they are now, or as they were back then.
No.
Right, so we got to do the sell.
Oh yes,
Shit.
This is our formatted
format
thing.
that we nearly forgot.
So Braxton picks, and we end the show with sell, save, or skip.
Yeah.
So what out of the 3 items?
Well, do you want me to go first?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'm going to skip the beer because you throw it in the bin after the skip, don't you?
you do.
You have to drink
Yeah,
it. So that makes sense.
That's an easy. That's a given.
That's an easy one. To be fair. And
So what would you save or sell?
I don't know how much I'd save the copper bucket, and I'd sell the horn handle thing. I don't know how much that would be.
Yeah,
but I don't have a use for. I wouldn't have a use for that.
Yeah, it's incidentals. It's bijouterie. It's
Yeah.
small items.
It's pretty.
Isn't it?
It's pretty.
It's pretty, but not overly pretty. It's not a Fabergé box. Is it?
No. It's not like absolutely banging.
Yeah,
But no, I keep the copper thing, and then obviously
I think the Cairngorm's very nice. I think the Cairngorm. I'm totally with you. I'd skip the beer, obviously after
drinking it. Yeah. If it was full, a case of 24,
Yeah.
I'd be throwing in the mix of it. But there's only 4, so
I'd definitely save, and that's been a friend of our house for a long time. That one.
yeah.
And I'd sell this because I think the semi-precious stone has gone up in value.
Yeah. What do you reckon that would be worth?
I think this is probably, the Cairngorm is probably worth about £50.
Okay, without the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Without the box.
with everything.
Yeah, and
the whole thing.
It's mounted in silver.
No, but the whole thing, the whole box will do.
Oh, I think it's £50 to £100.
Fair enough. There we go. 100 quid in the back pocket. You go buy some more beer.
I know. More beer, skip it later.
Yeah, exactly.